R2-D2, Your Highness.
Welcome back to Scale Model Kit Review, and welcome back to my Build Your Own R2-D2 video build series. And I originally purchased this kit from Model Space. Right now it's only available from Fan Home. So I am working on issue 78, so I'll be fitting the tools to the compartment. Let's look at what we're going to actually assemble in this issue. And I'll show the magazine after I assemble this portion. The tool compartment and tools. Let's get a closer look. There we go. Here's some of the parts we received there. Going down a little further. More there. Assembling the first arm. The fine manipulator arm. And I won't be using super glue, I'll be using some ABS glue. Assembling the second arm, multifunction utility interface arm. Then we fit those tools to the compartment. Then I'll add the compartment door. And that's what it will look like. Next I'll install the tool compartment to those side panels. That's what it looks like there. In there. Continuing on here. And that's what it will look like until the next stage, the next issue. Let me get the parts and I'll be right back. And here's the compartment itself, made of plastic. Got a silver finish to it. The compartment door itself. And all the tools. Let's get started. There you go, that looks good there. And I used my ABS glue for this. There you go. That's how that looks there. Next I'll go ahead and assemble the tool arm tube BP28, and that's this tube right here and the longer other tube part, and that's going to go in just like that. We're going to put the smaller screw into this, or the nut, and that screw is a 2x8 millimeter. You can see it has a longer shank on it, and you don't want it to be too tight. I'm just going to put a little Loctite on the threads, and that will act like a glue for the threads there. It shouldn't affect the plastic. Next we're going to feed this arm into the end of that tube. I'm just going to throw a little bit of glue on there. and it does have a flat edge, just like that. And that's how that looks there. Next, I'll assemble the multifunction interface arm, and this is going to glue down into there. Put a little glue here. And there you go. Let that dry just a little bit. Next, we'll glue this arm on the end of it. It does have a flat on it also. That looks good there. And we'll bring over this arm just like we did before. Same type of hardware, and we're going to insert that arm into that. This has the shorter piece on it on the end there. More ABS glue. Just like that. And that's how that looks. Next, we're going to go ahead and install those arms into the tool compartment. And this one will go on the right side here. And this one up here will go on the left side. It will get installed with two 2.3 by 6 millimeter self-tapping screws. We'll be using those black ones. I'll be right back. And the last arm going in here. Let the threads do the work here till it's snug, and that's good there. Both of those tools are installed. Now we can take and fold them down just like that, and just like that. That's how that looks there. Looks great. Now I'll install the hinges on the doors here. We're going to add a little hinge. This is a 2x11 self-tapping screw. And it's going to go just like that. It's good there. Do the same on this side. And both those hinges are installed. And we'll go ahead and bring over the compartment, and we're going to insert those hinges into the compartment just like that. They should just go right down inside, and we're going to install 2.3 by 6 millimeter screws to hold those in. And the next one. That's good there. And that's how that compartment looks. Kind of latches, open and closed. That looks great. Next, we'll bring over this panel here. We're going to flip it over. We're going to open up our door to the tools, and it's going to slide in on this end here and line up our mounting screws. Looks like we have 4 mounts that will get screws in. Those are the 2x3 by 6 millimeter screws that we've been using all along. And all 4 screws are in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You also want to make sure the panel snaps in over here on the end. And that's what that looks like there. Now we're going to put in the 4 corner connectors. Next, to install this bracket here is the skinnier one. We're going to line up the arrows. We're going to use a 2.3 by 6 millimeter flanged self-tapping screw. The larger bracket on the other end, the arrow will be this direction. Same type of screw, flange screw there. And I put in the other two brackets, same type of screws with a flange on the end, and that's how that looks. And that's what the other side looks like. We can open up the door and look at the tools. Looks great. And that completes issue 78. If you'd like to get this for yourself, head over to Fan Home and subscribe to it today. I purchased mine from Model Space. With that, let's look at the magazine. So happy modeling and take care, everybody. Now let's look at the articles in the magazine here real quick. Building the Galaxy, the cameras start rolling. Wonderful there. Keeping track, more understanding robotics. Of course, our build instructions, and then lastly, preview we have coming in issue 79. Leg supports, spacer rod, and fixing screws.